My name is John Coney. I'm a support staff for Hilo Marine Science Program. I work for the Marine Option Program. So I manage the electron microscope, and my goal is to maintain and operate the SEM. I operate it for others, provide training. Dr. Adolf and I will be doing a summer class on teaching students how to use SEM. So for example, on the screen on the monitor in the back, it's a diatom with calculus. And that's at 4,000 times magnification. We can resolve, it's rated to about 100,000 times. We can get about 30,000 times magnification. So to explain a little bit about the SEM, we have two stations here. This is where the operator sits. The room was built for the SEM, where it's got a floor that's isolated from the rest of the building. The SEM stage sits on actually metal blocks, and then that in itself sits on little airbags. So if you push on it, it bounces a little. It's to dampen out any vibration from vehicles, car doors slamming. Because of the high magnification, you can get a lot of bad image quality from noise.
I'm Jason Adolf, and I'm an EPSCoR ENDER researcher. I've been working in water quality and phytoplankton community composition in the coastal ocean off of West Hawaii. We used the SEM 2 summers ago to look at the phytoplankton growing in the traditional Hawaiian fish ponds that are adjacent to the areas where we're working. And that was significant because they're full of the groundwater that we're studying in the coastal ocean, except they have walls that retain it, and lots of phytoplankton grow there. So we used the SEM to look at what species were growing there, which hadn't been done before. 3 years ago now, when I was relatively new here, John was the SEM manager in charge of a 20-year-old SEM that, as he mentioned, used Polaroid film and was too old to buy replacement parts for. He approached me with the idea of writing a grant to National Science Foundation to get a replacement. And we put together a team of researchers from this campus and got all the, it was kind of a slam dunk idea because you have the University of Hawaii here, you have a huge USGS presence on the island. Both entities, of which would have lots of people interested in using the SEM, but no SEM, so we basically gathered support from as many varied users as possible. We have marine science, biology, geology, pharmacy, chemistry at UH. Then we had the USGS geologists, forest researchers, and anybody else we could find. And we just made it look like a really good investment to NSF, and it was, because it's an instrument that gets a lot of use in this department. It gets a lot of use outside of the department. And it's really, I mean, what I see mostly being an employee in this department, marine science at UH Hilo, is the number of undergraduates that come into the office or are brought in here in lower division classes just to see the SEM. And they're just stunned. They're literally just stunned and amazed that we have this here and that we're asking them to use it. And that's great. That's fantastic.